This is Revit Architecture, open source 3D software used in architectural designs, engineering templates, and construction templates. If you are looking for a complete guide for a beginner Revit architecture, then you are at the right place. If this is your first time coming through my channel, subscribe and hit the bell button to get notified when I drop a new video. So let's get started. This is Revit Architecture 2017 because I'm using 2017 to teach you this because it's user-friendly and perfect for beginners. So let's get into it. First time opening Revit Architecture, this is what you're going to see. Your project menu and the families menu. We have nothing to do with the family menu. So we head to the project menu. These are the previous projects we saved. Some are even samples, so we have nothing to do with them. So let's get started. In this video, I'm going to show you how to construct a full garage. So let's get into it. As a beginner, I'm going to take you step by step, show you every little thing in detail. So for a startup, we hit the new button right here to start a new project. Click new. When you click on this, you're going to see a lot of options. But the one we are looking for is construction template. Make sure it's on construction template and create new project. That's it. Hit OK. We're gonna wait a little bit. Depends on your laptop. So this is a scary interface. Don't worry. What I want you to understand here is that not everything in Revit architecture is quite useful. So depending on the type of thing you're doing, you're going to select. So all these scary tools are not everything. You don't need to know each and every tool in Revit architecture. We're just going to use the one that are capable of giving us what we want. So all these little particles of scattered tools, they seem scary, but I don't think they're helpful. So let's get started with our garage. For a beginner tutorial, I think a garage is quite good for you to understand how all those tools and components are being applied and used to have a great result. So we're gonna start building our garage. So let's head here for the beginning. You can see I have nothing here, just those three dots. These three dots, we have nothing to do with them. They're just directions showing you the region of your drawing. So let's start. Here we can see floor plans, ceiling plans, elevation. So on the floor plans we can see level 1, level 2 and side. On the ceiling plan we can see level 1, level 2, elevation, east, north, south and west. So the thing I want you to understand here is that floor plan, we all know floor plan as architectural student or architectural employees. So floor plan is the view of the construction from the top angle. And ceiling plans, I would suggest you just turn this one off because we have nothing to do with it right now, so we don't need it anymore. Hit this little minus icon and it get lost. For the elevation, we all know what's elevation. So east, you are viewing the building from east, north from north, and south from south, and west you're viewing the construction of the building from the south angle. So let's get back to level 1. What I needed to know with this level, it's indicating the level of your design. If for example, like let's go to south, you can't view it here. Like level 1 is showing you the building from the top. So let's find south. South is always my front elevation, so this is how I do it. You can see the level 1 here and level 2 up here. This level 1 is here and level 2 is up here. So what you're gonna do is this is indicating the height of the building. If for example you're gonna design a wall, this is the ground level and this is the top level. So that means this is our ground and this is our headquarters. So our roof goes up here. So this is the wall. But as of now, the computer doesn't actually know what's the height of the building we want because this is just auto. So I suggest you click on this level 2 and hit delete keyboard on your keyboard. And level 2 will be deleted. Say okay, it has disappeared. So now we only have level 1 down here and here again. So what you're gonna do is to create different layers of this level. to tell the computer this is our floor plan, this is our ground level, this is our floor level, this is our lintel, and this is our head cars. So let's get started. How do you duplicate all these layers? Come over here, and when you find this little line blue, then right click on it and select create similar. Without clicking anything, just move to the end point right here and move your cursor upward. You can see a number being written beside the cursor, which says 900 or whatever it is, but that's of Nigeria, and I'm a Nigerian, so I'm gonna use our mode of design. For flow, I think 400 is good. So you just type it without clicking anything. Just type 400 and hit enter. Then drag your cursor leftward. Then use the cursor, scroll this thing on your mouse to scroll in and out. Scrolling in zooms in, and scrolling back zooms out. So scroll forward, zoom in, scroll backward, zoom out. And when you click and hold the scroll wheel, you could be able to drag the entire viewpoint, as you can see I'm doing. So drag it all the way to the end and left click. This creates level 3 because we have deleted level 2, so it's going to rename it to level 3 directly. So come to the very end again. So this is our flow. Come to the very end and move without clicking anything. So I think 2000 is good for our lintel level, and hit enter. Oh god, what did I just do? Well, anyway, say modify. If it disappears, you can come over here again and right click, say create similar, move a little bit upward and hit 2000 and hit enter. This is what happens again. Move to the end and click this. We have level 4, which is our lintel level. Come to the very end and move a little bit and hit 600 for head cars. Say enter, and this is level 5. So some people often use it that way, but me, I used to rename everything to my understanding level, because I cannot understand level 1 is ground, level 3 is this and that. No, it's a little bit confusing. So I suggest you rename them. For level 1, let's hit level 1 here, and down here we can see our level 1 is the one at the ground. So we're gonna say this is our ground level. We'll right click here and type and ground. This is our ground level, say yes. Then level 3, this is our floor, I guess. Then come to level 3, right click and say rename and type flow. Whatever you can understand, floor level, whatever, anything you understand. I just used to type just the name of that element. And 4, level 4, which is I think here, is our lintel. Then right click here and say lintel. Yes. Level 5 is our head course. We already know head course. Say enter. So finally, we've renamed everything to identify what level we are working on. So hit the ground level, because what I want you to understand here is that every building starts from the ground. So to build your wall, you need to go to the ground level. The level you select here and make your drawing shows the level of your, like, how do I even put it in a sentence? I'm lost. Like, okay, let's do it this way. For example, if I'm gonna hit floor and move to architecture, this is our wall. Select your wall. So depending on the country you are from, this basic type of wall. So here in Nigeria, I guess 200 millimeters is very good for starting. So hit this. If you're from another country, or even if you're in Nigeria, maybe there are something you'll need to do with 150 mm, 200 mm, 250, 300 mm. It depends on the project you're running. So just click 200 mm for this. It's pretty good. You could draw this line by clicking left click and drag it all the way to the left. Not holding anything, just one click, please. Then come to the end where you want your drawing to end and left click again. Then move to modify. But if you can right click and say cancel, and at the same time you can move to modify. This will enable the cursor to move freely. Well, we have now drawn a wall down here. So moving to the south elevation, you can see that our wall is lying on top of the floor level. So this is the basement, the starting point of the wall indicates the level. So this is what I want you to understand right here. Now if I delete this, move to ground level, hit wall, draw same wall here and modify. Come back to south elevation. You can see that it's now lying on the ground. So this is how it works. Even if, for example, I move to head course, pick the wall, draw it all over and modify. Let's go to south elevation. You can see that our wall is being built on the head course. So this is how it works. So I hope you understood this. Let's move to the next step. So we move to the ground and hit on wall. Zoom in using this wheel on your mouse. Well, one thing you need to know is that you can't be using a 3D software without getting a mouse. So quickly get yourself a mouse so that you could have easy access to those tools. Without the mouse, it's really hard to work with. So back to what we are here for. Let's come here to this point and left click, drag it all down. When I'm moving my cursor, you could see that it's writing some little numbers beside it. So this shows you the dimension of your line. The wall I'm drawing, this is the dimension 5,000. It means 5 meters. When I move down, 9 meters, 100, and all those. You understand? Now, if for example I want to draw a 5 meter line, Nigeria we use meters, so depending on the country you can change that settings. I'll show you how to change this to inches, this and that. So for meter you could just type 5,000 is 5 meter. Move in and give it an L shape. Again, for garage it's a square or it's a rectangle, so 5 meter. Let's do it square. Once you have the L shape, you can just come to the end and it could guide you. Modify. This is what we have. As you can see, we have a perfect square garage. Well, then let's move to our south elevation. You will see that it's lying on the ground. And the problem is that our building is taller than the whole level we create for our head cost. It looks a 2-story building, like 1-story building, 1.5, something like that. It's even multiplying the height we want. So to fix this, because you didn't actually tell the computer where exactly you want your wall level to stop, but we actually want it here at the head course. So all you're gonna do is to head to your ground level and click on this, hit control, hold control button on your keyboard, and left click on this, and left click on this. It's gonna select everything you're clicking on. Then move to this top constraint, this unconnected. Move to the end to this little space here and left click. You can see a little arrow pops out, and here are the level we created. Down here will display right here. Now if for example if I'll hit lintel and hit apply, when I move to my elevation view, you will see that it's the top of the wall is now attached to the lintel level, but we want it here, don't forget. So what we're gonna do, hit the end of this empty line and come to head course and hit apply. You will see that it's now attached to our head course. This is what we want. Let's go around the building, west, northern, east. You go so that everywhere we go, this is it. Now move to south. We have a perfect square. Oh my god. We're moving, we're proceeding, we did it. So next step is a building doesn't actually becomes a full accommodated building without doors and windows. So to have doors and windows, I guess it's very simple. Revit Architecture is user friendly and very simple. Everything is clearly out on the interface. You can see everything, like everything is outside there. So click the Windows icon here, and it comes with this sort of things. What I don't actually use all those type of materials and properties with 3D models that come with it. They're not that professional. So I'm gonna recommend you download 3D models from different softwares like Revit Library, Revit City, Turbor, Squid, and lots more. There are plenty out there, many for that matter. So some are paid and some are free. You could just download any 3D model, for Revit Architecture. It's a useful one there. So move to edit type. I've downloaded them, and once you get them downloaded, hit the edit type and load. Come to desktop. Sorry. I'm gonna locate that on my computer and the Revit library. Here's the 3D models and materials I downloaded on my own. So let's move to window. We're looking for window, right? Windows. So this is our window. You could just select any window here. Let's select this one. It's gonna take a little bit, and then okay. You can see that now the cursor have done something else. So one thing with a window or a door is that you can't place it. You can only place it on a wall. So in this free space, you can see that it's invisible. But once I move the cursor to a wall, you can see that a window is being applied. So you can just move here and right click. But wait. The type of wall we are using, this window is super fat for it. Like the scale, oh my god, 200 mm. Let's select another window. This wouldn't work for us. Let's look for another one. Oh wait, let me just edit this one. This very window that comes with Revit Architecture. Let's just select any number here. This is it. So head to our south elevation and click the window again. You can see it's selected here. It's the scale. This is a little bit smaller than we expected it to be. So we can edit the scale and the dimensions. Hit edit type and say height. The height of the window. So let's say 1200, and the width, same thing, 1200. And we say okay. We can see that our window is now scaled to a dimension that will fit our design. And let's move to floor level. This is where we're gonna put our window. Hit the window, come somewhere around here and somewhere around here, and hit modify. So when you come to south, you can't see anything because we kept our window from another view. West, we have our window here, and east, the other window from the other side. But the problem here is that our window is way taller than our level. So we gotta fix this. We gotta drag it down to this lintel level, because a window doesn't actually pass a lintel level. So to do that, you just select this and hit this little icon, move, zoom in, click on this top line and drag it all over to the level line and click left click again. It's now been attached here. But there's another problem. When we come to this angle of view, we could see that this other window is still up here. And to do it manually, if for example you have a lot of windows in your entire project and you'll be following them one after the other, dragging them down, that's not saving your time. It's very hard. So let's move back to our east. To do that, let's Control Z and clean everything. To move them together at the same time, you gotta stop here and right click on it, say select all instances visible in view. Will select only those that are visible in this angle, like in this elevation. So we'll say in entire project, we'll select all the windows in the entire project and zoom in, say move, and hit this, drag it down, and you can see that when I move to west, the other window has been dragged down together with that. So this is how it's done. You can do that for each and every window, like you just drag them together at once. Wow, we have this beautiful looking wall with a window. So we gotta need a door. To move to the next step, we move to flooring. locate the door icon here, click on it, edit type, and you can see we said we're drawing a garage, we're constructing a garage, but this door seems to be a it's just a door that's used in rooms and interior, this and that. So the garage door is quite different. So I hit edit type, load. You have to download those 3D models, it's necessary. So let's go locate that, my computer, in Revit library, and I say doors, external doors, and this is good for a garage. Hit open. Okay, same thing goes to the door. You must place it on a wall, not in a free space. Left click and modify. We now have our little door here. This is a great floor plan. One thing I love with Revit Architecture is that it gives you the ability to be designing your floor plan, the elevation and section, and in fact everything in just a click. Now we are just drawing our floor plan, and at the same time it's drawing our elevation, south elevation, west, east and south. Once you draw something on your floor plan, you can be able to view it from each and every angle of view. You can see our door is here, and still our door is little up here, and click on it. Since it's the only door we have here, hit move and click this and that. Now it's fit perfectly. Well, so it's now a garage, but it's not still complete garage. Once it starts raining, the rain gonna drop inside and scatter everything. Everything will wait. So in that case, we'll need a roof. To start a roof, you're gonna head to head course, which is the top level. But the problem is that our construction is not visible here. We'll need a visible angle. So move to I think somewhere around lintel. We could see our wall here. So to give it a roof, move to same architecture. Make sure this window sometimes changes depending on what you're doing. So hit architecture and come to roof, select the roof and select this little line here. Zoom in. Roof are those just placed on the wall like that. There's a little gap between the wall and the roof, like to have a ceiling. So you gotta do it this way. Give at least 600 mm of space and drag it down here. Draw this line, move around and modify. Then zoom inside and move this to adjust it. Just adjust everything. I'll say 600 here. We're telling the computer that we need a 600 space here. This is already 600. This will never be 600. This is 548 and type 600. So they all now have 600 space, but is this one actually great? This is what we have. Then click on this green tick icon because we have a roof. Let's move to the south. Do you know the problem? Our roof is attached to a lintel level, not to our head course, because if you could remember, we designed it on the lintel level because because our walls are not visible in the head course. But since we've designed the roof now and you move to head course, you could be able to view the roof up there. So move to south and hit on this roof. It's gonna select the roof. Then move to best level, which indicates lintel. Click on this space and an arrow pops out and select head course. It's gonna move to head course. So now our roof, it's completely on the head course. So now we have this beautiful looking amazing garage. It's quite a little bit good, and when we move around, you can see this from the north, from the south, and from the west. This is what we have. Absolutely great. Remember to be saving your project while using Revit Architecture, because anytime your computer may crash or you'll lose electricity, and I don't know, maybe if your laptop is a desktop and you'll just lose everything. So you need to be saving it step by step. To do that, simply move to this save icon, or just hit Ctrl S, and this a little window pops out. Just select the location where you want your project to be saved. It automatically selects document. Project 3, rename it. Let's say garage and hit enter. It's gonna save. So once you apply little thing, you just hit Ctrl S, and there's an auto save that saves it automatically after a certain time, so that we don't lose what we're doing. Yeah, this beautiful looking thing. So you wouldn't be wondering how would I be designing this at the same time designing floor plan and elevation at the same time. But what if I want to view this in 3D mode? For you to do that, simply hit this home icon down here, and you're gonna see the building in 3D. Just click here and you'll be able to rotate it by clicking these angles. Wow, it looks better like that. This is what we have. This is what we have. So we've come to the end of this tutorial for today. Let's catch up on the next video in order to learn more things on Revit architecture. We are just starting the journey, so we have a lot of things to do. We're starting with a garage. Next time we're going to design a house, a 2-story building, 3-story building, even a skyscraper, something like that. Right from construction, level layers and all the settings to rendering. We're gonna do everything. But I'm gonna cut this tutorial into episodes. Cause I cannot just take a long time teaching for 1 hour. Like, it really sucks. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna split this video into different episodes. So this is episode 1. Let's catch up in the next video. If this is the first time you come into my YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button to get notified anytime I drop a new video. If you made it to the end of this tutorial, congratulations, you've been able to design a full garage with a roof, doors and window in Revit Architecture 2017. So that's a big congratulations. So if you do have any question, you can drop it in the comment section, and I'm gonna attend to you and guide you through what you could not be able to make. So let's catch up on the next video.